flavor, summer cooler. Perfect, because it's a little bit, it's a little summery out here in Florida right now. Oh, that's fire. Oh, that's fire, a little lemonade type. What's up, you guys? Stacey, Ervin Jr. here, and today I'm gonna take you through a ring workout, some basic skills that you need in order to build whatever skill it is you're trying to learn on the rings, whether that's, you know, an iron cross, has to start somewhere, whether that's a planche, whether you're trying to get an L-sit, what have you. These are the basic movements that you need to solidify in order to build any skills on rings and get those gymnast arms. You know what I'm talking about? So stick with me, follow through with these, and you'll be well on your way. Let's get it. Now, when you're setting your rings up, you want to make sure that the straps are about shoulder width apart and that they're not going to move any further than that, because that really changes the amount of strength that you need and the stability of everything. So I'm going to set them up here and here on these rungs so they're roughly shoulder width apart and give you a good base of support and stability for the ring. But make sure you set them up properly. You know, different ones have different types of setups, but these ones I got from Amazon, I don't even remember which ones at this moment, but they are great. They've been great quality wise, keeping it stable. We're gonna start with some low hanging things and then we'll just progress up as we go. So sticking with some grounded ring basics first. And this again is why you see gymnasts being like super jacked, is because it requires so much from the body in order to properly do the movements. And I'll explain to you today what you need to be thinking about when you're doing rings, because it's not just the movement. You got to be conscious of everything that your body is doing, because it all plays in. So now our rings are set up solid, right? Like they're not going to go anywhere. If these straps are flapping, it's kind of whatever. It doesn't really matter. They're not going to interfere with what we're doing here today. But you just want to keep them and make sure that you're even, right? Like you can get down and check them. You'll feel instability, you'll feel unevenness if it is. So just get down and give it a quick check and they are good to go. So we're going to start off with something basic, right? We're going to start with ring push-ups. And the reason we're starting with ring push-ups is because it keeps us grounded, keeps us, you know, stable, so we can actually start to feel out the rings and figure out where our strengths and weaknesses lie on this. I want to emphasize the fact that ring turn at the top is super important, and you're going to hear me say that throughout all of these movements, but ring turn is so important. And when you turn the rings out, you want to be pulling them into your midline. Gymnasts are predominantly pretty short, right? Especially if you're doing rings. And one of the reasons I personally believe is because everything they do is formed to meet the midline, right? And especially when you're doing strength like this and you're going through growth spurts, gymnasts, we're always contracting. So keep everything pulling in towards that midline for a greater chance of success and strength with all of your ring movements. But we'll start with ring push-ups. I want to explain and demonstrate proper form on this. Again, if you can't do a regular push-up on the ground, you want to do the same thing where you put your knees down, okay? You could execute the push-up with your knees down on the ground. But you see how I'm turning the rings out at the top. Down here, you can have the rings turned out here, but as soon as you push up, rings go turn and in towards the midline, right? So we want to hit a set of 8 on that, 8 to 10. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me go for the 10, 9, and 10. Now, it's important when you're doing this to get that full range of motion. Let the chest open up and get that full pull on the inside. The reason that's so important is stability, right? You're gonna be working muscles that don't usually get hit. You're doing rings. There's a lot of stabilization that has to happen as opposed to doing a push-up on the ground or a push-up on the bar. So keep in mind hitting that full range of motion and really emphasizing that ring turn at the top. Stability is key. So the push-ups are baseline. You need it for stability, getting active, and just preparing your body for what the rings are gonna throw at you, which is a lot. So the next thing we're gonna do, again with the rings staying low, is what I'll call a planche lean, okay? Essentially just a support hold with ring turn, leaning over on your toes and pulling your body back. Again, what this is doing, the intention is to set your body into that planche position so you can strengthen your shoulders, get that stability, strengthen your biceps, and really start to feel out the motion and counterbalance that rings requires. So you wanna get down, you got your rings in hand. You're gonna be a little bit more forward on your toes. The rings can be at a slight angle here, but once you get in position, the first thing I want you to do is activate that ring turn. Turn the rings out and just hold them there. Right now, I'm already working. Like, I'm already feeling it fire in my shoulders, my core, everything. You wanna keep everything pulled towards that midline once again, and then to start the planche lean, you're just gonna keep the rings turned out, lean forward on your toes, keep your core tight, push back. Lean forward on your toes, push back. You wanna try and hold for 2 to 3 seconds at the front of that lean. 1, 2, 3, pull it back. Do that for about 5 times. 1, 2, 3, pull it back. See, the rings are starting to float out on me. I gotta pull them back to that midline. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and pull it back. Now that may seem like a really easy movement, but trust me, that's gonna help you build a lot of strength that you'll use later on for your shoulders, for your biceps, for your chest, pretty much your entire body, because you're gonna be using your core throughout that as well. So try and keep that at like a 3-second pause at the front. Do 5 to 8 reps on that, and you'll slowly build your strength in that one. All right, next we're gonna lift the rings up a little bit. Now that we're activated, give yourself enough space so your head doesn't hit, but you're gonna set the rings up nice and tall, just so you could do supports without your feet touching the ground. Because we'll use that, again, setting that baseline, establishing that strength, and really learning how to stabilize when you're on the rings, completely suspended. It's harder than you think. It's really, it's pretty crazy actually how challenging it is once you just take your feet off the ground. But, you know, such is how rings go. Once you have your rings at a reasonable height, we're gonna start with support holds. You wanna give yourself enough distance where you can jump up off the ground pretty easily and still be able to return to the ground safely if you get a little too tired, right? What I want you to do here is we're gonna jump up to support hold, and I just want you to hold in for 10 seconds, keeping that ring turn the entire time. I don't wanna see holds like this. That's not it. You gotta keep those rings turned for actual activation and properly strengthening and stabilizing everything that the rings intend, right? So you'll jump up to support, keep those rings pulled in towards your midline. You'll feel that activation in the middle chest. You'll feel that activation in your shoulders and your biceps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you'll come down for a little brief rest period. Give yourself about 10 seconds. You don't want to go too long of a rest. Keep your body active. And remember, everything in towards the midline. I'm sweating in this Orlando heat today, but keep everything drawn in towards that midline. Back up, ring turn, immediately. Always ring turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come down, shake it out. You should be feeling it. You want to do about 3 10-second holds. You really want to give yourself that time to concentrate and really focus on that mind-body connection. So again, pull the rings in as tight as you can for those 10 seconds. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one of the things that I'm really noticing, aside from the pull in with the chest, is keeping your core tight, to keep a straight line throughout. Again, focusing everything on bringing it to that midline. Next, as we're building upon these skill by skill, next thing you want to do is a ring support with rings turned out and start to do knee raises, right? So we can start to engage that core and again, reinforce that stability through the shoulders. So keep your core tight throughout, keep those rings turned, rings pulled all the way in, and we'll go 8 knee raises, which will eventually turn into an L sit, hopefully. So up, ring turn, tuck, and down. 2, and down, 3 and down, 4 and down, 5 and down, 6 and down, 7 down, 8 down. Woo! Now that one starts to get challenging. As you throw in more movement, the rings want to separate, but you got to keep it pulled in towards that midline. And again, I'll say it a billion times, ring turn, ring turn, ring turn. So now you want to take the rings up, up, up. We'll take them to a point actually where your feet aren't gonna really touch the ground. I'm gonna have to bend my knees because I just don't have the length here as far as the height of these, the bars structure, but now we have a few things that would progress us more so to things like a muscle up or having the strength for, say, a lever, right? But you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about all that strap. I'm gonna just do that. Work smarter, not harder, right? Okay, so you're probably thinking there's not much space here, right? Of course there's not. We're not gonna do muscle ups. We're not getting to the top of the ring today. We're building on the basics. We're making that foundation strong. So what we first have to do is get that chin up, right? The ring chin up. So when you do it, I want you to pull, and I want the rings at the top to face you. Palm should be facing you at the top. Ring chin up, boom. Slow back down. Do a set of 8. This is 3. Back down. Always on ring turn. 4. Back down. 5. Look at the motion of the ring. Back down. 6. Come on, 2 more. 7. And 8. Hold at the top. Feel that pressure on the ring and then slowly back down. That's important as a baseline skill for getting a muscle up and really just overall upper body strength. Super key. All right, and last but not least, we have to learn to pull to inverted hang. Because if you ever want to do levers or get that back strength right, that core extra tight, these are things that you have to learn how to do, okay? So I want you to focus on the hinge in the shoulders and keeping tight in the hips so you're not hinging at the hips to pull up, right? So when we pull to inverted hang, it's really a pull through the lat. And what you'll notice is that when you keep your core tight, the easier it gets. So you can do it 2 ways. You can do it with bent knees, or you can do it with straight legs. Recommendation, start with the bent knees, just like this. Pull up through the shoulders, boom. Keeping the hips relatively straight. If you need more assistance, you can pull up and then go up. Just like that, bend at the hips and then up. Or if you have the strength, keep the hips open and pull through the top. Now once you get really good, what you'll be able to do is pull through with an entirely straight body and lower. You want to lower just slowly, lower slowly. Keep the tension in your lats. Just like that. So again, start with hip hinge up, lower, then go bent knees, straight body through the top, and then eventually progress to the straight hang, right into that inverted hang. All right guys, so those are some ring basics to get you started, whether you're trying to build some skills or just build some strength on the rings. This is a great way to get toned, get jacked, and get an effective workout. Gymnastics burns a ton of calories. Gymnastics also teaches a lot about your body's coordination and your mind-body connection. So take these seriously, try them out for yourself, and incorporate them regularly so you can begin to really build that strength to build skills. Guys, if you need a personal workout program, a meal plan designed specifically for you, feel free to check out the links in this description, wavefit.co. Those are my programs. Let me and my team build out a program personalized to you, your needs, and your goals. Guys, the links to the supplements that I use are also linked in the description. Feel free to check them out. I know that they will help you out along your journey. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram, and I'll do my absolute best to get you a recommendation that suits your needs. Other than that, guys, I got nothing for you today. I hope this ring tutorial has been super helpful for you. Add these workouts, these exercises to your routine, and I promise you, you'll see strength gains, you'll see improvements in your physique, and you'll see a tremendous improvement and your body's ability to stabilize. Make sure to like this video, comment, give me some feedback, tell me what's up, what your thoughts were on this video, and make sure you subscribe so you know when we're coming back. Turn on those post notifications so you can stay connected with your guy. Other than that, guys, that's it for today. Stacey Ervin Jr. out. Ride the wave.